Like, get your shit together. I'm like, Lord, I'm trying. There ain't no grape soda down here.
like, Lord, you made me in your image. You shouldn't be so wild. We're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like, they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. I don't know why you're talking about my cookie like that.
We'll say that one more time.
I don't know why you're talking about my cookie like that. And that ain't a metaphor. I'm talking about my actual cookie.
Oh, shit. That's why I want you to say it again.
Yeah, no. I don't play when it comes to the sweets.
Yeah, we know.
That's a metaphor.
Oh man.
You got man. I'm cleaning my teeth. Like I just got done. But
you clean your teeth like a fat person, but that's all good.
But you would know, right? You're like you looking.
Nah, when you're really fat, you don't need your finger. You just and it's all good.
Nah, when you're really fat, you wipe your lips with a cheeseburger.
Or a piece of steak being eaten like a cheeseburger. Bro, shit.
That's no, because remember we did my birthday at Mohegan Sun, and we went to some restaurant after. Mm-hmm. My ass was eating the burger, then wiping my lips with the bun.
That's what I'm saying. The same thing when you had that steak. You was like, yeah. Oh man.
When food comes around, I can't wait till we do a food episode.
Oh man,
about to be a 3-parter.
Shit. Oh God.
With that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
How are you doing? Because you got a storm in the background, you got a dog running around, you're black, so you got a lot of things going up against you right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Shit, I don't know which one of those is the worst.
Yeah.
Probably the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Because I think the storm that's hitting you now is about to hit us tomorrow. Because I saw in the news earlier that like there was a storm of brewing. Coming my way.
It definitely is. They're talking about tornado watch and everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the viewers, listeners, watchers, this might be interesting because if any of you have a dog, when they hear thunder, they go crazy. And my dog's one of those dogs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your dog is that's like a Rambo. Your dog run outside, survive.
No, I let her outside. The last major one we had, I opened the door, let her go run out, and the power had just went out.
Yep.
She took off down. You see my back porch. She took off at the door, ran through. Lightning hit. She turned right around here, right back inside. Quick as shit. She's like, nah, fuck that. I'm good. Stopped in mid sprint.
Dad, where's my raincoat? I can't go out there like this.
Shit. She kept looking at me like, why'd you do that? I was like, I didn't control the weather.
Now you know what you up against out here in these parts.
For real.
Oh
man.
Anyways, yeah, man, we got a interesting movie. An
interesting documentary that I didn't know was a documentary until after.
I didn't either. In all honesty, like as I was watching, I was like, the first 5 minutes, I was wondering if it was gonna be like a fake documentary. Like The Office.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sure, they were gonna set it up like that, but no, it's an actual real documentary.
Yeah.
But before we start talking about the movie, as always, per usual, Mr. Chris Brown, what you drinking?
Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have, for starters, a cool shot of Jack Daniel.
It's the smallest bottle of Jack I've ever seen in your house.
And it hurts my feelings that this is all I'm going to drink tonight, but I'm on a...
Wait, my bad. I called it a bottle. That's a nip.
Is it? It's a bottle.
No. For all you outside the Northeast people, that if you're watching this on YouTube, that right there was a nip. Okay. Yeah. Apparently they don't call it that anywhere else. Remember when we was in Savannah?
What they call it
to that liquor store, and I tried to get some nips of Fireball, and dude was like, "Oh, you guys from the Northeast?"
No, yeah, because that's they know. We call roundabouts rotaries. You know what I'm saying?
Rotaries, nips, and rotaries, nips,
the packy.
grinders.
The liquor store is a packy.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I got me
and uptowns.
Oh yeah, uptowns and Tims.
Yep.
Yeah, from the Northeast, you know what those are.
All right.
not Air Force Ones, Uptowns.
Yes, exactly. All white ups.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, I got my little nip short bottle of Jack Daniel. I got to stay true to the game.
Yep.
I'm sipping on some Crown Black tonight. I plan on
Oh,
killing this
okay.
whole. I plan on killing this whole bottle.
I see. Okay, I've seen the Crown Apple.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that Crown. I think the Crown Peach that you had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen the Crown Black. What's Crown Black?
Honestly,
Like
I
grape?
think I've. Nah, shit. It's got fried chicken flavor to it. I think. I don't know. I think it should taste like chicken, cornbread, and collard greens.
He said it should taste like chicken.
It should. Shit. Nah, I don't know.
You ever had it before?
I have, but like few and far between. Like a shot or so here and there.
I feel like I don't know, just off hearing it and just knowing liquor, I feel like it would be like black licorice.
No,
Like,
I don't think
almost
so.
like almost like Jägermeister.
No, I think Jaeger's got the rights to that flavor. I don't think anybody else wants to mimic that flavor.
I don't know.
Nothing against Jaeger, but it ain't for me. Just saying.
A Jaeger and Coke, actually, you
Mm,
ain't never had Moxie.
look, I've had Jaeger bombs and Jaeger.
No, Moxie it's a soda. It started in Vermont, but it's like a black licorice flavored soda. So when I do Jaeger and Coke, this reminds me of Moxie.
Interesting.
My fucking knee is.
That,
I'm about to
that
lower
doesn't taste good though.
my foot down.
Licorice does not taste good. Not the black one. Like not them black jelly beans. Not the fucking Jägermeister. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I saw they burning back right now.
You just don't have a exquisite palate.
Fuck no, I know what I like. Okay. So if a woman was drenched in that, you'd lick it all off of her?
I'm not saying that's first of all, like I'm not trying to get diabetes. Second of all, I'm just, just I like the flavor. Don't mean I want all of it.
That is one way I will not. I won't do it. No.
Fucking liar. Fucking liar. Just know, hey people, just know, ain't nothing stopping Chris Brown. Chernobyl can go off right now. This motherfucker, like, I still gotta get mine. Go in there in a hazmat suit if he has to.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know if I can do the licorice though.
She got 3 legs. Yeah, but you see that ass?
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Oh man, terrible.
All right, so Crown Black.
Yeah, my trusty V8 for after. Got to keep it together.
You got that shit cooled? You serious?
Yes, indeed.
About that?
Oh, yes, indeed. I got to keep. That's vegetable juice. I got to keep that. I got to keep that on chill. And my El Cheapo, like in the beer mug with the salt and the grenadine, ready to go. I am ready.
Bro, you about to get a hangover mixing all these different things.
No, I'll be just fine.
Man.
The V8's gonna save me. Trust me.
That's his natural electrolytes.
Yeah. What'd you call it? The original protein shake?
No. That's the original health shake.
Oh, there you go.
No, the original protein shake was whole milk. It's not the original coconut water. That's something else entirely.
Yeah, that's not even from humans. Oh man. What about you?
Well, I mean, first of all, I got to give it to you on the V8. I had it. I finally got one. You've been waxing poetics about it for a while. Finally got one, and I gotta admit, that might be my go-to snack on the road.
It helps, man. I'm telling you, it helps.
I got like a half gallon of it in the fridge right now. I took a glass earlier. I was like, God damn. Yeah.
It's a cool snack. I'm telling you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Minus all the sodium, but it's cool.
Yeah. I don't mind some sodium. A little sodium won't never hurt nobody.
Oh no, I ain't tripping on it. Drink plenty of water. You know what I'm saying? But
All right. So
what about you?
For a shot, I'm gonna do my trusty puncher's chance.
I thought you said you killed that.
No, I didn't kill. Man, I'm not you.
No, you said the other day you just finished off your bottle of whiskey, and I said, was it that bottle you got that moves together?
No.
You finished off the Jack? You finished off the Jack. I'm about to salute you.
Hell no.
What did
I say? I finished off a bottle of whiskey.
Hold on. Did you just say hell no?
Hell no. I ain't
time out. You will not disrespect my drink like that. A simple no would have been fine.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Hell no, I ain't drinking that.
This shit.
I'm saving that rest for you when you get here, so we don't have to go out to the liquor store again.
Yeah.
We still will, but
so you probably will, you know that.
not right away.
True. Yeah. Fresh off the airplane, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so I got that puncher's chance.
Okay.
I haven't killed a bottle of whiskey in a while.
I could have sworn you see. Maybe I misheard you.
Oh, everything you hear just leads to whiskey.
If it's not whiskey, it's women.
And then I also got.
There's nothing better in the world.
I know. Your two W's.
Mm-hmm. Out of the five, working out and water.
Whiskey, women, and what's the third? What's the third W?
Water. Need water.
No, no,
I drink plenty of water. I drink a gallon of water a day.
I don't know.
I do. Got not a big ass jug. That's 54 ounces, not 60, but still.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Whiskey, women, and water.
And working out.
Okay. Yeah, we need one. You need one more, like weight
I
or
I had
watermelon.
I had wine, but I don't drink I don't drink enough wine like that. So it was 5 W's.
Yeah. Well, so I got a brand new cider from Stormalong. Haven't had this one yet. It's called Ashmead's Kernel. Kernel with a K, like corn.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Never had this before.
Same brand Stormalong.
Yeah, I bought a variety pack.
Cool.
I have 4 different ones in it. One was the wine sap that I had before.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the new ones I haven't had yet. Okay, but I only have 1 can of this today, and there's a specific reason why. Because for those who you don't realize it, the time that we're filming right now, we're in what the French call the holiday season. And in the holiday season, we in Springfield like to make batches of specific drinks.
Oh yeah, that's what y'all do.
So I got me the
nice
coquito.
fresh gallon of milk.
That's like a coquito. It's like a coconut eggnog.
It's a fresh gallon of milk.
No. We don't do. Nah, it's like for Asians, like soy milk. But that's
not coquito. I know what it is though. That's the cool Spanish drink.
Yeah, I do. I start making it every year after Halloween, and I stop at New Year's. I've just been making batches and handing them out to friends.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like my Latino clause.
Hey, there you go. Very cultured people over here. Matter of fact, before we get started, what the hell does your shirt say? Don't judge.
Oh, don't judge. Who don't know me, or you don't know me.
Yeah.
I got how many noodle shirts I got? I got noodle shirts and corgi shirts.
Look, man, I know.
And like 1 Averex. That's it.
1 Averex, really?
No, I have the other day I was going through my closet. I found a Mecca shirt. I might have held on to that shit just because.
Damn, Mecca. I heard that in a long time.
Mecca, Averex. What else was a hood?
You see what I told you? I brought at the dollar store the Echo slippers.
I know.
I was like, these are at the dollar store. They used to be sold at Foot Locker and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you only find it at like the dollar store and like Burlington Coat Factory. Oh, dude, the head on that is nice.
Just I put the right amount of salt, a little bit of grenadine, sip on this. Yes, indeed.
It looked like Ryu's leg just upside down.
Ryu's leg is not this big.
No, his paw, because his paw is like white on the end, and then like got that sable color. He put his foot upside down, look just like that.
It blends in with my shirt. I like that. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm pouring this shot right now.
Yes, indeed. Let me pour mine. Let's do it. Actually, I'm taking mine straight to the head at the bottom. And then I'll hit up this Crown Black and see what this is talking about.
And then we can talk about this movie. All right, brother. As always, it's been a while. As always.
Indeed.
Look at you, bro. You look savage.
It's it.
You heard that cranking in the audio. Chris just popped open the nip with his teeth.
Yeah. Speaking of, we'll take the shot first.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know where this is going, but
yeah, I gotta tell you.
This shit is smooth. I like this bourbon.
I remember we tried it in the store. It was actually really good.
Yeah, that's nice. All right,
so I realized something about me. When I am partaking in herbal remedies,
yep,
I am the most aggressive, soft person ever.
What, you just trying to give like aggressive hugs?
Nah, I mean I'm aggressive by nature, and I don't realize it until people point it out to me.
Yep.
But the other night, I wanted a salad, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make one. So I grabbed a head of lettuce, the tomatoes, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of me just taking a knife, chopping it up and everything, I literally took the head of lettuce and ripped it in half. But then I placed each leaf in in the bowl to try to make it look pretty. And that's when I realized, because she got a problem. It's like,
You grab that shit like crush. Just
yeah, I literally just gripped it apart and then just laid it down like it was artwork. I was
you
like,
know,
yeah,
in Suicide Squad, when King Shark pulls the body apart.
yeah, pretty much. And I was,
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah, yeah.
weird.
I don't know.
It's like the type like when I'm like that, like I'll grab a girl and body slam her, but it'll be on a bed full of feathers. You know what I'm saying?
Now you
But she
about,
got body slammed, but it was on soft.
you
It was a
about,
soft ground.
bro. I can see you just like gorilla pressing her, like the Ultimate Warrior. We about to do this.
Just toss her ass, but
Mhm.
I make sure she gets tossed on the, you know,
Carry her to the bedroom like it's a full keg.
oh not, oh yeah, pretty much. I do a caveman style, drag her by her hair, but then it'll be the most earth moving, passionate. Never mind.
All right, so back to the movie. So
Yes.
the movie this week, obviously, we said earlier it was a documentary. This was your choice. So why don't you let the
Hmm.
people know what we watched?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the name of the movie, and I just want to see if you can guess why I picked it or how I picked it. The name of the movie that we watched was My So-Called High School Rank.
I think you picked it because you put rank into the search.
You're almost right, but not.
How'd you pick it?
I didn't put rank in the search. I put high into the search.
God damn. What were you hoping to find? Just
I
out of
don't know.
curiosity.
I don't know. I just threw it in there, but that's what happened.
Bro, this shit is so good. You know what? Speaking of, okay, so hold on. So before we start talking about this movie,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talk about ranks.
Hmm.
So Chris and I have kind of our own little ranking system
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to something that we have an affinity for: chicken sandwiches.
Oh, and okay,
So,
indeed.
so the other day we was driving and talking, and Chris said he picked up a brand new chicken sandwich that he's never had before,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to tell me about it, but he kind of wanted to know what I thought of it too. And I told him I hadn't had it yet, so I said, you know what? Save that thought. I'm gonna go have it too, and we can talk about it on the podcast. So, Chris, let us know what you ate.
Okay, so in my opinion, I had some chicken from, in my opinion now, the best chicken chain restaurant.
Yeah, okay,
Chain, not chicken restaurant, chicken chain restaurant,
Okay,
which was Popeyes.
yeah,
And they got,
I'll agree with that.
okay,
Yeah, I
and
co-sign.
they had that new blackened chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And it's black. I gotta check it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Gotta try it out. And I wasn't really impressed. It was more salty to me than flavorful.
Yeah.
So I still prefer the original sandwich over the blackened sandwich. What about
Well,
you?
well, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
the new Popeyes chicken sandwich is trash. God damn. I was trying to rationalize this for like all day yesterday after I had it. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, how? How is it like that? And I think here's the thing that messed me up more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Popeye's fried chicken is so good that I thought their chicken sandwich would be, at least up to par.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that thing was terrible.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. When I pulled out the package, the sandwich actually looked really good. Like it looked like it had flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked so good. There was a piece of chicken sticking out the bun. I ripped it off. I was like, I gotta taste this. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, either my taste buds are off, or this is got a lot of extra salt in it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it tastes like they just sprinkled a bunch of like dry seasoning on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it's like you ever had like
This is
when
the
you
mild version, by the way, folks. The mild
yeah,
sandwich.
yeah. So the like if you sprinkle like chili seasoning on something, you kind of taste like the grittiness of the seasoning and not the
Mm-hmm.
flavor. That's
Yeah.
what it tastes like. It tastes like I taste the grittiness of
Mm.
the seasoning on it. I didn't taste shit.
I feel like if with that type of
So
chicken,
mad.
'cause it needs something to offset the flavor. And
Yeah.
so with that being said, keep the pickles and the sauce and everything. Maybe add some lettuce and tomato. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It
You know,
needs something.
yeah,
I put a fucking scoop of fucking coleslaw on that motherfucker.
that doesn't sound good, but it sounds interesting.
Well, because I feel like the flavor of coleslaw might like blend into the flavor, the seasoning that was on that chicken sandwich.
Hmm.
Cause I didn't really get a taste of the chicken, the seasoning. I got it. Literally tastes like gritty fucking just powder seasoning.
Hmm. So
Bro,
yeah.
even okay. And speaking on it, let's. Sorry, I can't let Popeyes off the hook right now because
Okay.
not only did I have that, I also ordered a 24-piece nuggets from them. And fuck you,
You fat motherfucker.
fuck you. So what?
Wow.
So what?
Wow. Okay, wait. So here's the. Did you order the sandwich or the combo?
It's just a sandwich.
And then you got a 24-piece nugget.
Yep. Okay, so I thought it was gonna be. I thought they were gonna be the size of like Wendy's nuggets.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but my whole house just shook.
Yeah, Chris, how about to blow away?
Look, look.
Oh, you about to land in Oz?
Let's go. What's that damn movie we reviewed where Eric Bana and
Special correspondence.
yeah, like, hey, this is real. This isn't for fake right now.
John's on the other side of the camera with the fucking with the foil, just shaking.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so I got their 24-piece nuggets, and like, I think their nuggets are trash too.
Yeah, as when it comes to nuggets, I still feel like McDonald's is the champion. Slightly. And I'm talking like if this is McDonald's and this is Wendy's, McDonald's is like there.
I think
Slightly.
I think I like the texture of McDonald's nuggets better, but I like the Wendy's spicy nuggets.
The flavor?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I think that's what it is then. Because the texture of McDonald's nuggets is just like, yeah.
It's his own thing. But no, these nuggets were like I thought they were like mediocre at best. Depending on, and I think it's made to go with whatever sauce. It just takes the flavor of the sauce. So I got the sweet heat one, and that sauce was good. So when you dunked it in the sauce, it was good. But like the nugget on its own, just there was no season, there was no flavoring to the breading on it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Popeyes, you gotta do better. You can't be showing up to the game with a chicken sandwich like that. Come on.
Yeah, for real. The original one, I gotta say, in my opinion, still that the original sandwich takes the cake of all the other chicken sandwiches out there.
Bro.
Wendy's is a close second again.
Bro, I'm gonna kick you in the balls, bro.
Look, that's because the original they won the chicken war. Popeyes won the chicken sandwich war, in my opinion.
No, they didn't.
Against who?
No, they didn't. No, Popeyes and Chick-fil-A was fighting for a close second.
No,
they out here fighting. They out here fighting for second place.
First of all, time out. Chick-fil-A didn't belong in our vocabulary. That is overrated. That is overrated. Simplest chicken ever.
I know, but when Popeyes came out with the chicken sandwich, everybody was talking about Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. That was the argument. And to me, both of those are, they in the back of the line.
Okay.
Now, Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is the best chicken sandwich out there.
The reason why I say Wendy's is a close second is because they actually add the lettuce and tomatoes and everything to it. Bro. And it's not bad. It's really not bad. But I think Popeyes actually won the chicken sandwich war.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Bro, just because it's from Louisiana, you go, no, get out of here.
Hey, you more creative than
redheads?
You more creative than I am.
So?
You seen Blue Bayou?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's your relatives down there. Oh shit.
I mean, you know what? If people go taste chicken sandwiches and tell us what you think. I still think Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is the best chicken sandwich out there, and nothing comes close.
I did have the classic Royal bacon Swiss from Burger King today, though. Not bad. It was fresh though. It was actually really, really fresh. Like they pulled it out the grease.
All right, so there is a place here in Orlando called Chicken Guy. It's a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Is Guy
a chain where?
Also, they have one at Disney Springs. But
that's not a chain. That's like one place.
No. But it's a chain around. Guy Fieri, the
the chef, or not the chef. The
the chef.
I thought he was one that goes around just tasting food.
No, he's an actual chef.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, he's it's his chain. So
Mm.
it's it's starting to expand. But they have a location at Disney Springs, and I haven't had their chicken sandwich yet. But their chicken tenders, they
Oh,
turn
that's what
me
you was
around.
telling me.
Yeah, they turn me around. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like chicken tenders at
Mm-hmm.
all. Like I will actively tell you I hate chicken tenders, but those might be the best chicken tenders I've ever had.
Mm.
Like ever.
Okay.
Better than my mom's because my mom don't even know how to make chicken tenders.
She gonna smack the shit out you.
First of all, my mom can't even understand what I'm talking about. So
I bet you. I bet you she'll understand that.
I'm gonna go
She,
home one day. She
she,
goes,
she,
"Oh, so
she,
you don't like the chicken?"
she understands your brother.
Aww.
She understands your brother keeps failing.
Every time you go, all you find is balls.
You go out every day and you fail. It's a damn shame when your mama's telling you that you fail at
Just
your.
life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Oh man.
uh,
I literally choked on my water today. Like I damn near spit the shit out. Like
bro,
I was like, oh my god.
I was leaning on the fucking wall. Like I couldn't move. I was supposed to bring some laundry downstairs and I just couldn't move. I
Man.
was laughing so hard.
Hell yeah.
All right. So my so-called high
High
school.
school rank. Yep.
All right.
As
So
we start, first question, as always, did you like the movie or the documentary?
I don't know if I liked it.
Okay.
I really don't know if I like it because I think it started off with a great premise or started off great,
Mm-hmm.
but then I think it just lost its way.
Hmm.
It tried to keep the through line a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but like I think it kind of lost its way. I don't know. Maybe I thought it was going to be about one thing and then it ended up being about another.
Okay. I can see that. Because it started off.
I'm not saying any details. I could say some details,
I
but I
mean,
just wanted to hear what you say. Did you like the movie first?
well, I did like it because I felt like um I liked it because of the message that I took from it. Not necessarily what it was portraying, because I think it was portraying about, high school students and they how they rank in class and trying to get to college and their parents' opinions. But I liked it for the message of we live our lives trying to figure out where we rank. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in your job, whether it's your status on social media, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, what kind of car and house you got.
So that's the message you got from it.
That's what I took from it because I felt like that's where it starts.
So I
When
mean,
you
so the movie kind of made you think about like your life rank in general.
Well, it made me think of the reason why adults want to rank somewhere is because let's just say you almost heard rappers say they hate cops because they were the nerds or dicks in school, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got people that rank high when they get to like 30, 40, 50 years old, they're like, yeah, fuck you, high school, because they ranked number 5,000. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That starts in high school. It carries on for the rest of your life. Where are you going to rank? You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
think it's a subliminal message that students don't understand unless they're in certain areas of the country,
Yeah. I
in my
I
opinion.
didn't like it because I thought it started off as, talking about, and which it did. It started off talking about kids and like just the stress of trying to, where they trying to figure out where they rank in high school.
Hmm.
By rank we mean like where you graduate, like you're where you are amongst your peers, as in like the rank of or the student body. But then by the end of the movie, it was about a play called Rank versus where you actually rank in high school.
Mm.
And that's where I thought it lost the message, because it became more about putting this play together than it was how your rank in high school affects you as a student.
Okay, well, I think
That's what I felt.
okay, and I actually don't disagree with you on that. I think they just were trying to portray both sides of it, and I
I,
think that's why you got lost
no,
because
I get that, but like I think it just leaned as the movie went on. I think it it was a lot less about where these kids rank in high school and
Mhm.
whether they they achieve whatever they achieve versus oh, how can we get this play made on Broadway, and how can we get this play made here? No, I didn't know this play was going to be made here, and
But see,
it was less about the students and more about the play.
but that came after because they made the play for the school.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what happened, but somebody else said you could take it to Broadway. Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was COVID.
No,
And
I know.
that
It was before that. It was before that
it was
because
before,
they were setting it up and they were trying to get like actual actors and actresses, like professional actors and actresses. They were coming and auditioning and stuff like that.
but that was after the fact because I can't remember what happened, but they made the play for the school, and I want to say something was being shut down or it wasn't going the way it was supposed to. And somebody else said you can take this to Broadway. That wasn't their main idea. It was just for the school.
No, I understand. It started off as writing this thing for the school,
Hmm.
but then when it became, oh, this play could actually go to Broadway, and then
Hmm.
they actually had like the casting for it. Because remember when they were with the school, they were trying to make like a soundtrack for it. Okay. So spoiler, Chris
As
liked the
always,
movie. I don't. I'm whatever about it.
good cut, back up. As always.
Yeah, but yeah, they wrote the play for the school, and then they had kids, auditioning and trying to like, figuring out where they belong and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
then I forget what it was, but they were doing trying to do like a professional soundtrack for it. And then next thing you know, they took it over to Broadway because they were doing like the recordings and shit like that with the students.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they took it over to Broadway, and then they had, a casting agent go in there, and they were trying to like hire actual actresses and actors because they had the actors like fly out from like Louisiana to audition and stuff like that. And
They
then
ain't
next
have
thing you
them.
know,
People just chose to do it.
yeah, and then but then the next thing you know, then that's when COVID hit, and it ended up getting shut down like a week before the play was
Hmm.
supposed to open.
Yeah.
But like after they started taking it to Broadway, then I felt like it became more about the play than it was
The,
the
the
students.
the play versus the message,
Yeah,
or okay.
yeah. It was more about the play getting made versus the message of the play, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, just because I watching it, I don't feel like that was their agenda. It went that way,
No,
but it wasn't
exactly.
their
No,
agenda.
I'm saying it went. They didn't plan on making this like a Broadway musical or whatever,
Hmm.
but that's the way it went. I just
Mm.
think the story of the documentary lost sight of, hey, what are these students like, the stress that these students are going through trying to rank certain in class at a certain like level, and it
Hmm.
became more about like, oh man, we wanted to get this play made, but then COVID hit, so how can we make this play? Oh, we can do it over Zoom, or we can do all this stuff. And it was just more about to producing this play.
And that's what I'm saying. That came after they got noise about it.
I
Once what?
understand. No, I get that. But what,
Okay.
what you're not understanding is I'm saying they lost sight of the original message of the documentary, which was like the stress
Making.
these students are going through
Mm.
trying to be better than a 4.0.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because by the end, like, okay, you figure out where all these people go, but where did each one rank in their class? It doesn't say.
No, and they pointed that out though because they talked about technology. They would say now students have their phones and everything. They can go online and look and see their rank in their class. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
yeah, I get it, but you don't like, when at the end where they say, okay, this person went to this college, this person
Hmm.
graduated to this. None of them sit there and go, okay, blah blah blah. I got to this college, I ranked this in class.
But don't you think that's the message? Your
No,
rank doesn't fucking matter
it
because they
does.
didn't talk about it at the end.
It doesn't matter, but I
You
get it.
think it? You
But it
think it
wasn't the
does?
focus. No, it wasn't the focus. It should have been by the end of the thing. You realize, hey, your rank doesn't matter. But
Mm.
the documentary wasn't about that. It should have been. It was supposed to be, but it
Mm.
became about, can we get this play made?
Mm.
That's it. That's, to me, that's what it became about, and that's why I was getting upset. Not upset,
Mm.
but like that's why I was getting disappointed watching it, because I'm like, I don't care if this play gets made. I want to know what kind of stress these students are going through
Mm.
trying to fucking maybe graduate at a higher rank during COVID.
Okay, now with that being said, then I can agree with you because it starts off with the in California. Am I right?
In Cupertino. Yep.
Okay, and it talks about, which I found interesting, a rich populated area of immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of Asians.
Yeah, they were there,
I'm saying.
and they weren't making shrimp fried rice. Just saying.
Mhm.
That was so racist. Forgive me. I'm so. Matter fuck that. You talk shit about me all the damn time.
You can say that. I laughed. I
I,
laughed.
I'm not worried about you.
But you ain't got a racist bone in your body except for your ribs, your head, your arms, your legs, all that stuff. But other than that, your other bones ain't racist. Just
Oh shit. I know what ain't racist. The man muscle. That motherfucker don't. That motherfucker don't discriminate.
But, fucking idiot.
I know. Oh
Right.
shit.
But go ahead.
But no. So what I'll say. Oh shit.
Oh shit. The rapture. Oh shit. Chris's screen just froze, and so that's what we were wondering, because with all of the weather systems where he's at, we weren't sure if his power was going to go out or not. Oh, I think his thing might have disconnected. I don't know. So, for those who ain't, I'm gonna try to carry on while Chris is while his stuff, tries to reboot or do whatever. If I get a phone call in a few minutes, it's because his shit ain't coming back. But anyway, that's the thing about this movie. Like, I personally feel like it started off, waxing this message about, oh shit, Chris just got disconnected. All right, I'm hanging up right now. I'm gonna see if I can get him back, and then we'll just edit it in. All right, hold on. And we are back.
Yeah.
After Chris done went and had a conversation with the Lord.
He said, "Stop talking about shrimp fried rice." I said, "My bad." I was
That's the Lord shrimp.
I was like, "The Lord, you made the shrimp. You should have made it so good."
I knew. I almost finished your sentence. I knew exactly what was.
Oh shit.
All right. So you were saying that, like, you felt that the documentary they was telling about was, basically saying that, like, it was less about, I don't know. What were you trying to say?
Well, what I was getting to was understanding where you were coming from, because it starts off in California in a community of rich people that are really immigrants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it ends in the Bronx, I believe.
The Bronx and in West Virginia.
But as far as the last school or the last city,
yeah,
they get to the Bronx, and at that moment, it's not about the rank of the people anymore. It's about the students auditioning and trying to get out of where they come from. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if they were trying to get that message across.
Now, I don't think they. I don't. With that being said, after just communicating, I don't know either. But it didn't. It didn't end the way it started. It didn't end with trying to figure out where they ranked. Because in California, they wouldn't know where they ranked.
Yeah.
In the Bronx,
they were just trying to.
They were trying to make it.
Yeah.
Rank didn't matter. We just want to make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now that you actually pointed out like that, like, okay, I can see that. I can see that dichotomy. But, like, I guess to me, they didn't get that across that well.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree.
Yeah. The idea that, like, rank and, just getting out, like, doesn't matter as much as, it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Or that people think it does. Because, you got a lot of again, we're not fucking educational fucking professionals or nothing.
I can't spell education.
Mine done barely graduated.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, where did you rank?
I believe, if I remember correctly, I know I was 101. I ranked 101, I believe.
And out of how many students?
Out of 2. I was like dead middle.
Oh, you're lucky.
So no. So I'm gonna be off by a few numbers. I know that, but basically, if I was 101, it was out of like 202 students.
Bro, man, you lucky motherfucker.
Lucky my ass. Shit, all I do is drink, and chase girls.
Bro, listen.
That was the start of my life.
Listen,
I played sports too, though. But
yeah, bro. I was
yes, I drank in high school. It's terrible.
I was a straight A student from kindergarten to 10th grade. When I say straight A, I'm talking about maybe 1B the entire time.
Holy shit.
I remember when I was in the 3rd grade, the teacher gave me a math test, and the entire class took all 45 minutes for them to finish it. My ass finished that shit in 8 minutes, got everything right, and went outside and played basketball until the end of class. So, with that being said, man, we had 334 students, I think, in my graduating class.
Mm-hmm.
My ass was my rank was 308. Bruh, talk about a downturn.
I'm about to say shit.
Bruh.
Well, at least you graduated.
Yeah. I barely graduated. I did do really good in physics class. Physics class, I graduated with an A. But man, yeah, horrible.
See, okay, let's talk about this for a minute because we just talked about the movie and where it started and where it ended.
Yep.
We're from the East Coast, the Northeast. We just talked about uptowns and everything else.
Yep.
I don't think rank matters to East Coast kids the way it does on the West Coast or in the urban area.
Yeah, so I think it's less about. I don't know.
Think about that.
I really don't know, because I know there were kids that went to my school who were like dead set on like graduating at the top of the class, valedictorian, getting all that shit.
See, I'm thinking back at my school, and I don't think anybody really cared about being valedictorian or whatever. I think we as students voted like, yo, they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember who my valedictorian and everything was. And it's like, you know what, once they got it, like, you know what, yeah, they deserve it. It was like, no, that's my spot. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
I get that, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't think it's less. I think it's might be less about like where you come from as far as like finances, and more about what you put value in.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, maybe less about like where you become as far as demographic or area, but more about what you put value in. I do feel like, for some reason, that like families with lesser means or children with lesser means will sometimes put less value in rank versus status.
Survival.
Yeah,
we had this conversation.
Yeah, you're trying to be the coolest dude in school because that's your means of survival. Like if you're the coolest dude in school, like no, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. You know, whereas where you have somebody who's, got parents who have been successful, has a lot of money, they value education. Like, hey, this is gonna take you. Like, don't worry about being cool right now because you're gonna have money later and you can be cool then.
With that being said, let's go back to this part of the movie. Remember when the kid, he's the son.
The kid, they're all kids.
Yeah, I know the son, but his dad was from like Yugoslavia or something. Yeah, and they're out there washing the car.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, so you didn't do any better than this or whatever. And he's like, I can't relate to my dad on this level because he was smart, he was valedictorian, this, that, whatever. But he doesn't understand there's only one valedictorian, and that's not me. You know what I'm saying?
I think I felt like I connected with that kid because it was because my parents really wanted me to be an engineer. Mind you, they don't know what an engineer is. They just knew an engineer is someone who's successful and makes a lot of money or whatever. So they pushed me to become an engineer. But I'm the art kid. I'm the creative kid. And I felt like that's how he was too. Like my dad just doesn't understand that. Like, that's not the way my brain thinks. That's not where my likes and dislikes go, So I think that's the thing that, I think that's the thing that like a lot of the kids in the story had in common is just that like some of them were so focused on their rank and their GPA, but some of them didn't realize till later on that like they're actually like the art kids, the kids who put less value in,
into a title
or into like formal education versus like the creative element of education.
Okay.
I don't know. I think to me, dopest scene in the movie, me was the kid from the Bronx, the black kid with the dreads.
Yeah, the afro. Oh yeah. I
You
know
know,
you're talking
dreads,
about.
he had braces,
Yeah.
and like it's the scene where it's in the ending credits, and he's at college. I think
Mm-hmm.
he's at Fordham or something like that, college or something.
I don't remember.
He's there with his mom, and they're just looking around, and like he's from the Bronx,
Mm-hmm.
and so when I saw that scene, I was like, yeah, that's like for him, it is that like getting out. It's a bigger world out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I mean, for kids in like the urban areas, that's kind of what college is.
Mm-hmm.
It's that thing that goes, hey, there's so much more to this world than your block or that
Oh
thing
yeah.
to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But for a lot of urban kids, they don't get to experience that
Indeed.
until they go to college.
If they even get there.
But that's the thing. That's almost like for a lot of kids, that's their first step into finally stepping out into the world and realizing there's so much more out there than what they're used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did your family put a lot of focus on education?
My family, no. My uncle, yes.
So yeah, you got a pretty successful uncle, right?
Oh yeah. No, yeah, definitely. I want to take nothing away from him and his success when it comes to education. But me and my siblings have talked and everything, and I'm not gonna go into details, too many details. But this is what I've come to learn, or what I think I know. Keyword think.
Yeah.
My family ain't great. No, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say what it is.
No, just
And,
like this is what I think I know. My
no,
family ain't great.
no. What I'm saying is like we're not like we're not spending old money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're all scattered around the fucking United States.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like my mom and her siblings, that era,
Yeah.
their upbringing was so kind of screwed up. You know what I'm saying? That when they got a hold of something that could get them somewhere, they held on to it. Like for my mom, it was religion.
Yep.
Once she found God, everything is God. And I'm like, no, I just lost my leg. I need to go to the doctor. Prayer ain't gonna save this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you want pray for some penicillin? My
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I say that to say, like, my uncle, when he went to education, it took him far,
Yeah.
and he held on to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My other uncle went to the military. And I feel like in their era of life
Yeah.
and how they were brought up, whatever they could hold on to that could get them out of where they were, they held on and didn't let go. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And okay, so how do you feel that those type of lessons,
Hmm.
like, do they translate to you? Did you take them on? Like, how do you think you rank? Not necessarily rank,
Hmm.
but how do you think you fare in regards to that mentality of this thing that is working for me? I'm going to run with it.
Um, I fall into the same category, but I'm more open minded about it. Like, for instance, me drinking Jack.
Yep.
It doesn't change because I know what it does for me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Even though I'm doing something different, this shit is smooth, but it ain't for me. It don't got that grit that I like. It don't got that burn that I like. But
Mm-hmm.
it's smooth. I don't even feel drunk right now. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I might even need the fucking V8. You know what I'm saying? But I held on to this because I know what it does for me. It's not gonna change. You know what I'm saying? So
I just like how you can bring everything back to alcohol.
because that's what I do, baby. I held on to it. It doesn't change. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But what I'm saying is I think um when it came down to my generation, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I don't really communicate with them much anymore. But then again, I did fall off the face of the earth on purpose.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You brought me back outside. We'll talk about that later. But
yeah. I was like, Chris Brown, come on out. I've been locked in the cave,
I got grape
a
soda
rat
in,
ass for 20 years.
man. but no, I felt like with their upbringing. So when it came down to me and my siblings' upbringing, just from
Yep.
one parent now, my mom was all about religion.
Yeah.
So we were all about religion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Until we got older, and we talked about this before. I'm not gonna say that religion is fake or it's real.
Bro, you about the Lord.
No,
You didn't saw what the Lord did to your lights earlier.
look,
That
I
motherfucker
don't
about to come
look.
down and put
I
his
don't
foot
witness.
in your ass.
I don't witness the Lord in a whole lot of situations, and I'm not about to. I'm not about to piss on that. but I am gonna piss on people that take advantage of it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, common sense. Like when I got bit by that snake, I'm praying for you. I don't need fucking prayer.
I need anti venom.
For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit, man.
Where do you feel like you lean as far as like uh someone who lean on like either education
Hmm.
or blue collar, just get a job, or your creative arts? Like where did you see yourself going, and where did you end up?
Honestly, I didn't know where. I never see myself going anywhere, and that's just the honest to God truth. I never see myself going anywhere, but I've been.
Except to the liquor store. I got it.
Oh, I see myself going every morning. Let me stop before I get in trouble. but but no, I didn't see myself going anywhere, but I went everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
I can agree with that. The one thing I do know about you is that you're one of those people, like, okay, so growing up in, like, urban areas, you see a
mhm,
lot of people who are so used to what they know, that anytime it comes to branching out to something different,
mhm,
they're always just comparing it to what they know.
mm,
So, if you go to a really nice restaurant, yeah, you're looking at it like it's terrible food because the price is higher and
mm,
the amount is small, or the portion size is smaller. Instead of looking at it like, okay, this is an experience. This is, yeah, look into what it took to make this dish.
mm,
And that's why it, you know, costs that much more.
mhm,
You know? I had a friend who was just like, yeah, it was a good restaurant, but it kind of sucked because you only got a little bit of food. I'm like, yeah, but was the food good? Like, was it
mhm,
different? Did you ever have anything like that before? I can go to fucking Olive Garden and get fucking endless breadsticks,
yeah,
but you know, if I'm gonna get some authentic fucking Italian food with, you know, pasta made in the restaurant, like all that shit. Like
yeah,
sometimes I just think people are they're not. It's not that they're not closed minded. Just their gauge of what is good is
mhm.
solely based on what
What
they
they
know.
know, yeah,
Yeah,
and I totally agree on that. You know what I'm saying? And a matter of fact, if we bring it back to the movie, that's families. If you think about it, well, I was raised this way. I was taught this thing.
yeah,
So this is what I know. So it makes it better than everything else. Not necessarily.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Just because you know it doesn't mean it's better.
Yeah. And if you look at your ancestors,
Yeah,
which one of them is successful, so to speak?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But nope, Mama and them said this is the way it's supposed to be done. And Mama and them past them, and you guys are all gonna still be in the same boat.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
It's weird because, like, when I look at my education journey, like, it was like I came to realize, like, I'm good at the education stuff. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good at the smart stuff. I'm good at getting the grades. But at some point I just realized my bread and butter is my creativity, my
Mm,
imagination. That I don't know where I'm going, but wherever I'm going, that's what's gonna lead me there. That's what I wanted to lead me there.
mm,
So at some point I felt like me and my parents, I don't know if it was like we ever said it verbally, but I feel
mm,
like me and my parents at some point came to a head
mm,
where they were they were feeding me the playbook that they knew, which is because they immigrated here in '84, didn't
mm,
know the language, and just basically worked their ass off, blue collar jobs, and provided a life for their family.
mm,
So they saw what can be done if you just put your head down and do work. So I won't ever knock anything they say, but like, you brought me here to give me these fucking opportunities,
mm,
so let me take advantage of them.
yeah,
You let me show you that you didn't bring me here for nothing.
yeah,
Because, like, I just felt like at some point I realized that the school stuff ain't for me,
mm,
and whatever I'm gonna be doing is gonna be, I'm gonna be like bringing it to life from my own head.
yeah, definitely.
You know?
And speaking of that, that's one reason why I hated college. Because even though I went to school as an older student,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a book learner. I'm a hands-on learner.
Yeah,
And
you're
sadly,
like a vocational school
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
person.
yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you put something in front of me, I'm gonna figure it out. But if you want me to read page 60 through 65 on how to put this together, I don't understand none of that shit because it's too many words. Get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
A goes into B, which goes into C, which goes into X, which goes into Y, and they connects back to L. Cool, I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gonna be listening to this like, those letters don't match up at all.
Exactly, you stupid motherfucker. but that was me.
Yeah.
And I might have said this before, but even when I was in school for the gas company as a pipe fitter, everybody was sitting there. Like when it came to the work, I'm like, look, man, shit, I'm confused as fuck. But
Yeah.
when it came to doing the work, and this is me not even reading the book, got it off the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I learn. Give
Yeah.
it to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that the world doesn't really work that way.
Well, I think the thing is, I think the world does work that way. I just think a lot of people are trained to value book smarts versus experience.
Mm.
And what you're talking about is experience, because if you go into a job interview,
Mm-hmm.
You'll hear a lot of people talk about, oh, this person's got a master's degree. Oh, this person's got this kind of degree. This person went to this school.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But then if you talk to, I contend, if you
Mm-hmm.
talk to anyone in management, would you rather someone have a master's degree or 10 years experience doing what you need them to do already? They will take the person with experience any day of the week, because when you get to that point, you realize there's hands-on experience, knowing what you're doing. It's so much more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, speaking, okay, so do you think, in your opinion, that high school rank is all that important?
No, fuck no.
Where do you feel like you fit in rank wise in high school? Because I feel like some kids, especially the ones in the movie, their whole social status was based off of where they ranked.
Yeah. And this is now because the movie what was it 2019 that this movie was made?
It was right before COVID, so it had to be 2018.
1920.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there.
But when was COVID? I don't remember. 2 years ago? Year ago? 2020 is when shit shut down. So it's probably 2019. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So with that being said, where do I think I ranked?
No, but I mean, where do you think, like, as far as like status in your school? Because social status rank is completely different than like GPA rank in school.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what do you like? Where do you think you ranked social status wise? And do you think rank itself in school is just all that important?
Okay, so out of I'm gonna just say 100 students, when it comes to social status, I think I ranked about 85. And I'm gonna tell you why.
So you're popular, but you weren't like the most popular in school.
Oh no, I definitely was the most popular, but I one thing I can agree. I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna stand on my mountain. I was. Get you calling on Jesus. Call the Holy Ghost. Oh no, wait. This motherfucker ain't close to God than I am. Holy Ghost. I need a shot too. Shit, nah.
This is fucking delicious. I'm sorry for those who are listening. I just took a sip of this Ashmead Kernel from Stormalong. This is a tart, a very tart fucking cider. It's like biting into a Granny apple, fucking apple. Granny Smith.
Okay. A Granny apple. Okay.
Yeah, Granny Smith.
Look. Yeah.
That's very good. Holy shit.
Well, that's good because the kid didn't look too appealing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bro, what you talking about?
It looks
regal as fuck.
It looks colorful, but that looks like it's gonna taste terrible. Honestly, in my opinion.
Oh, man, please, this looks like rich people drink it.
Shit.
It's just black. It's just white and gold.
It looks like fucking tree bark and leaves.
Bro, it looks, just because you got that fucking Miller Lite, whatever. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a natural light. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, natural light.
Yes, it's natural.
Yes,
okay.
I'm so sorry.
I am a natural.
You drinking at 2 p.m.? Okay, you're drinking at 2 p.m.
It's the high noonish.
All right, go on.
But yeah, as far as social status, I'd like to say comfortably, I think it was an 85 out of 100 students, and the reason why I say that is because I've talked to people throughout the years after graduation.
Yep.
And some of them were better than me. Some of them were worse than me.
As far as like education wise, like school wise?
As far as life wise. Just
What do you mean by better than you?
um, parents came from good homes. They wore the good clothes. You know what I'm saying? Made all the grades. Whatever the case
So
may
better.
be.
Oh yeah, so they were better off.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then there was people that that were worse off than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know it then, but looking back at it, that I know it now. I was like a bridge for a lot of connections. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, even now, as a full grown adult, 37 years, I'm still that guy.
Yeah.
I know subliminally, because I don't do it purposely, how to connect people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like me being me, and look at me, covered in tattoos. I'm a black dude, long hair, face tattoos, piercings everywhere. But I subliminally,
What the fuck was that?
yeah, you heard that too. That yeah.
Yeah, that came over loud as fuck. Holy shit.
Hey, John just had an orgasm. John, stop jerking off.
Hey man. Hey man, just buy some more jerkins, you'll be good.
Yeah, everybody on the podcast just heard you for the record.
Ah.
This is what it sounded like. Oh man.
Oh. Hey
But
man, hey, you better erase your fucking search history when you're done.
oh man. But but no, like, even now as an adult, I know how to bring people together.
I don't know. That's just the way he sounded, man.
Oh look, when we play this back and I listen to it, that's gonna be funny as hell because it did come out of nowhere.
Just, oh, all right, go ahead.
No, I'm just I know how to bring people together. I
Yeah.
mean, one thing that I was told from a friend of mine years ago was there's a certain characteristic that I have that gives people life. I don't know what that is, and I kind of really
Sperm.
don't.
It's called
Huh?
sperm. It's called sperm, and you
Oh,
tend to spread it
shit, I
around.
got one child. I spread it around, but shit, only one was strong enough to
Hey,
hold the
just
shit.
no, you just spread it around on the sheets, on the floor, on t-shirts and socks.
That's not giving people life. Oh shit! This.
Oh, hold on. So, all right. So, speaking of sperm,
Oh
all right,
god.
you have the college experience. I never
Hmm.
had the college experience,
Hmm.
and again, one of the things that the kids were talking
Make this
about.
sound really good because you said speaking of sperm, so make this sound really good.
No, just because college and sperm go hand in hand. That's all I'm saying. You know damn well what goes on in dorms. Don't play with me. God damn it. I ain't even go to college and I know.
I know, but college is
Bro, I didn't watch enough American Pie to know that college is all about, you know,
studies and
sperm.
studies and sex.
Yeah. But like, okay, yeah, because so you've had that experience. I never had that at college experience. I
Hmm.
barely graduated high school. I went to a broadcasting school for 2 months and then I just hit the road wrestling and all that
Hmm.
shit. So I've always felt like I kind of missed out. Like
Okay.
there's an experience there that I don't know about that I never got just take part in. So I feel like and as a person who's likes to collect experiences,
Hmm.
it's something that I don't feel like I'll ever gain. So
Mm.
just curious to like how much did that college experience like impact you? For context, I once asked my friend, "Hey man, how's college going?" He goes, "Oh, it's going good. Studying, fucking bitches." And that's exactly. I was like, "Oh, okay." Like,
Yeah.
did the college? I don't know. Did it impact you in a way that like you've taken any lessons from that? Not from college, but the
Hmm.
college experience.
No. I'm okay. I'm not gonna say no because there's a lesson in everything. But remember, I went to college as an older student. I went to college at 25. People
Mhm.
graduate at 22.
Yeah, but you also went to Tuscaloosa, which is that's not just a college. That's like a fucking.
The original plantation of
No, I'm no,
colleges.
no, I'm just saying
No,
like
I'm gonna
there's
say what it is.
yeah,
It's built on a fucking plantation.
yeah.
All
It's
right.
not sick. It's not like you're going to Stick. It's not like you're going
Yeah.
to Holyoke Community. It's fucking University of fucking Alabama.
Alabama, yeah, yeah.
So like, what is it like? Do you feel like that experience played any part in growing you as a person?
Oh, okay, with that, now that question, yes, because me being who I am and where I'm from and my life experiences before then. Because remember, I graduated, went to the military, went to war, seen some things, did some things, came on back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it made me grow as a person because I had to take my life experiences and kind of push them out the way
Yeah.
because I had to. And it's going to sound really, really crazy. I had to be stupid to be a student.
What do you mean? Just elaborate, because I don't
Well,
fully understand what you're trying to say. I
I
think
had
I do.
I
But,
I had to be I like my life experiences because this is what I look at college now. I don't feel like college is a bad thing at all, but I know it's not for everybody. Everybody learns differently. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I don't feel like your life should be determined by what school you went to or what you studied or whatever the case may be. Your life is your life.
Yeah.
So when I say I had to be stupid to be a student, I had went through life already. I've seen life. I've seen death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen people from all colors, shapes, and sizes and everything have to learn how to work together, regardless of how they grew up, to do what was necessary to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when I went to college, I couldn't put my experiences on these students because they just left their mom's womb. I'm
So
like, I'm
so
not only my older in age, I'm older mentally.
so it's almost like you're watching these people, and just correct me if I'm wrong, but it's
Mhm.
almost like you're watching these people and you're watching the things they're taking like to heart.
Yes.
The things that are like, they're taken so like strongly, and in your head you're almost like you're in your head, you kind of want to be like, hey man, this shit don't fucking matter.
It really, yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and then but you got to kind of like put that kind of thinking on pause, and try to like almost just, all right, well, you know what, if this is what's important to these kids right now, maybe I gotta figure out why it's important. I gotta experience it like they do, because
Hmm.
my life experience is telling me this shit don't fucking matter at all.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was.
Okay.
I had to maybe I'm using the wrong words, but I can't think of anything better. I had to dumb myself down. I
Yeah.
had to
No,
dumb myself down to learn.
I don't know if
How
it's
crazy
dumbing
is
down.
that?
I don't know if it's dumbing down. I think you kind of had to flush out your life experience
Hmm.
and put yourself in a state of, you know, these people don't know what I know.
Mm.
So I have to be able to see the world through their point of view.
And that's where it became really, really hard because they're trying to figure out E equals MC squared or E minus MC squared, whatever the case may be, to get an equation. And I'm like, look, man, shit, as a crow flies, it's a straight shot. Take
Yeah.
the shit. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not, but I mean, I think that's why I feel like, and one of the reasons why I brought this up, because I feel like, going back to the movie, I kind of feel like I mean, not kind of, you come from the experience of the kids in the Bronx, the kids much
Okay.
the urban kids, the poorer kids.
Hmm.
But then you also you got a chance to go in and experience the mindset of someone who grew up with money,
Mm.
and when you went to University of Alabama. So you
Mm.
kind of like get to see both. And it's, what was it like for you trying to understand a mindset that you just weren't accustomed to?
It was very, very hard. Like I told you at that moment, I never thought I'd be back in the state. Like I hated this state because of my experience there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like unless you if you look like me, you had to play football. If you didn't
Yeah.
play football, you was a nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew internally I'm a somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I didn't come from money. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I don't play football.
I mean, you went to school with Mark Ingram, so
Yeah, yeah, I sat next to fucking shit. I just had a brain fart. Shit.
one of
Uh
them brothers that play football.
shit, it really just fucked me up because I seen it when I saw you in Birmingham.
Yeah.
He went to the oh god shit fuck that. Either way, okay. Side note, me and Julio Jones walked through the whole field together. I was talking to him, had a whole conversation with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people that people idolize today,
Yeah.
I shook their hands.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And they were students. They're like, hey, I'm just here trying to make it.
yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I've seen people not make it.
It's just weird because like when I think about the college experience, the only thing I can think of is
Richardson, there you go. I had to think about I sat in him music class.
yeah. The only thing I can think of because like I've never experienced college like as a student. I've
Mm,
gone to visit my friends in college. Both my brothers went and graduated from college. But like as far as gaining life experience, because like again in the movie they talk about like your rank and that being so important. But like I just think in the scheme of life, those kids will learn that like, where you rank doesn't really matter. It's what you do with the things you get.
mm-hmm,
You just I get the idea of having a high rank in high school gives you the accessibility
mm,
to certain things, which that I can understand. Like if you want to go experience this, you
mm-hmm,
got to get fucking good grades here. So I get
mm.
that. But at the end of the day,
And
you
see,
make
and
go ahead.
that's where I kind of like have like a fine line because I feel like you can go experience anything you want to experience in the world. It just depends on how much work you want to put into it.
Yeah. No,
You
I
don't
agree. I agree. But at the same time, if you want to go experience being a student at Stanford, it's going to be harder if you don't have good grades.
true,
So I just
true.
don't think like, I just think especially when you're in high school, like there's kids who, you know, put so much value in the idea of if I get into this Ivy League school, it's going to lead to bigger and better things. And the reality is it's not going to lead to bigger and better things. Your hard work is what's going to lead to bigger and better things.
Mm-hmm,
You going to Stanford is just going to give you maybe easier access to certain things that you can then, use your education and your experience with.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, did I miss something with not going to college? Because you know me, you know what I've been through. You know the things I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel like I'm missing anything
Look,
from not going to college, or bigger
mhm.
picture? Do you think I'd be a different person if I had gone to college?
I think if you went to college, it would have altered your personality. You would still be the same person, but I think it would have taken you a lot longer to get back to your roots than what it did. And
Explain, because I'm really curious about this now.
well, because I know your
First of
story.
all, don't judge. You don't know me. Go.
Hey, motherfucker, I know you. But no, you being an artsy person,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? I can remember sitting in friendlies and you drew a whole picture on the caramel box of like some
Yeah.
characters,
Mm-hmm.
and you did it in like 5 seconds off a whim, and the shit was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, um, I think if you would have went to college, it would have altered you. I think you would have expanded a part of you, but you would have left a part of you too. And I think that the part that you would have left would have been a very, very vital part that somebody later on down the line that you would have met had to remind you of what that part is, if that makes sense.
So, all right, I'm going to use this as an example because
Okay.
I kind of feel like I went through that,
Mm-hmm.
but in my own way. So when I graduated high school, I was voted class artist, and
Okay.
I remember being happy as shit just because did a lot of art. That's just my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember leaving graduation, and I was happy because I got the award. My parents, true shit. Sorry, mom and dad, you said this. They were like, well, you know, it didn't come with any money, so it's not worth anything.
Mm.
You know, and to be frank, your boy didn't. I wanted to be a wrestler. I didn't apply for any colleges. I didn't take my SATs. I didn't apply for any like student loans, none of that shit. Okay. Or, financial aid, whatever. So yeah, when they said that, I knew back then I put all my eggs in my creative basket. I just didn't know how to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
When they said that, it literally made me. I went home, I grabbed all my artwork, about 10 years worth of artwork, and I threw all that shit out.
Mm.
I just tossed it all, and I was just like, you know what, fuck this shit. and I didn't know. So then my mom said, you got to go to broadcast school if you're going to do wrestling and all this shit. So I did that. And then, I started wrestling, started, just working. And then eventually I picked up a paintbrush again. I picked up a pen, started drawing again. And this is when you met me at Friendlies, I was drawing and painting again. And I remember my mom and dad saying, what, like, not them, but their friends saying, oh my God, Siraj's really good at this kind of stuff. Like, it's really good. And they looked at me, they were like, hey, Siraj, everybody says you're really good. Maybe you should try going to art school. And it took everything in my chest to go, hey man, fuck y'all. Y'all told me my art wasn't worth shit. But it was one of those moments where I was like, all right, so I just followed what I felt was right. And for what I felt like I needed to do for me. And everything I've accomplished or everything I've gained in life from high school on is because I followed, what I felt was right for me. So it's right now it's hard for me to listen to my parents or anyone else when they try to give me advice, because I'm just like, listen, if I had been taking your advice all this time, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I love y'all, and I'm always gonna love y'all, and I'm always gonna help take care of y'all. But like, I'm doing my thing. Do not try to stop me.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess with that being said,
but what I mean is, like, I think it was, I had that lesson of like losing the thing I loved and then regaining it back at a later date. I just, but it wasn't in a sense of like, because when you're talking about college, I can see the idea of me going to college and putting so much into my education and my academic.
don't listen to drill sergeant. I said, oh, okay, don't listen if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You got a world full of hurt coming to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In college, mom, teacher's doing this. We'll change classes. Okay, cool. Change classes. Just that simple.
Yeah.
I think military teaches you how to deal with life, and college teaches you how to get around life. My opinion.
Yeah. I think college. It'll teach you things, but not necessarily the things you need to know, depending on what you're trying to do in life. I mean, if you're trying to be a doctor, yeah, you got to go to medical school. You got to learn some shit. But like, if you're going to college and you don't know what you want to do with your life, like taking like random classes just because you got to fill a quota, that ain't the best thing in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Bro, my brother went to college on a fucking liberal arts degree. Okay. His last semester of his senior year, decided he wanted to be a doctor. and changed everything up. And I'm just like, and if that's where he wanted to go, cool. But like in my head, I'm like, man, bro, you lost 3.5 years of just doing whatever because you weren't sure what to do in your life. So you spent all this money learning random things that you might never need.
Mm.
You know, I have this idea for a class that I want to, talk to a couple of friends of mine that are teachers and help institute in school. I'm not gonna
Mm.
talk about it here because I don't want you motherfuckers to steal my idea. But
Mm. Okay.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the idea of high school rank is just, I understand it because when you're at that age, for some
Mm-hmm.
kids, it feels like everything. High
Mm-hmm.
school is high school is everything. And the thing
And
is,
we all go back to it because
yeah,
we're learning how to grow up
yeah,
in high school.
yeah. Because you ever seen those kids who look like they're just trapped? Not kids, those adults who look like they're still trapped in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, dog, you know what I mean? I got these new boots, you know what I mean? I'll be the flyest dude on the bus. Like, come on, bro.
And you're missing the fact that you're on the bus.
Yeah, you're 30 something years old, still riding the bus to work. And if you're out to ride the bus to work, cool. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't see you in new jeans every fucking week if that's your situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between riding the bus because you have to and riding it because you want to. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's one aspect of this movie that we just kind of glossed over.
Okay.
Theater. How come you never did theater in high school?
If I can remember, theater wasn't a thing.
Well, you went to a vocational high school.
I did, but
So
I don't.
I just don't know if they had theater over there.
Nah, I feel like Central was more theater, in my opinion.
It wasn't necessarily more theater, but they had more of a traditional high school like structure. Whereas Putnam, it was a vocational school, so you went to like
It's a
your
little
class.
these.
Yeah,
Learn how to work.
yeah. Chris's wrists got a lot of work in high. Don't bet it too hard. You won't break them pipes.
Oh man,
The water get
look,
through the rest of it.
that's what I look. We got the Popeyes going on. Nah, shit. Oh
Well, I
man,
mean,
but no, I really feel like because we talked about this before. Springfield had four major schools.
at our age, we have four
Yeah,
major schools.
yeah, Central, Sci Tech, Putnam, and Commerce,
Mm-hmm.
and each school gave something different.
Yeah,
And I don't think, like, if I knew then, as they say, if I knew then what I do now,
yeah,
I treated it differently. Because Putnam was the school to learn how. If you're a hands-on worker, that's where you want to go.
yeah,
If you're about business, that's Commerce, in my opinion.
yeah. I see that.
You know what I'm saying? If you're about the arts, that's Central.
Yeah,
In science and technology, it's given in the name. It's
yep.
science and technology.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I remember when I was in high school, bro, I took my senior year, one of my electives was electronic music. Electronic
Hmm.
music, I had Mr. Fernandez. He was my teacher.
You got
And
the
he
T painting
basically,
it.
what's up?
You got the T painting it.
But, well, dude, first of all,
Sade. It's electronic music. Just saying. Oh man.
oh shit. No, well, he basically, so I was the only person in that class.
Hmm.
I think I was the only one that noticed it as an elective. But
Okay.
like basically he taught me how to, you know, how to he taught me about what MIDI was. He taught me how to use a MIDI sound station, how to make beats on on a computer and stuff like that. And it was basically like for a lot of kids these days who love music or trying to rap artists and stuff like that,
Hmm.
it basically teaches you how to like work in a radio in a music studio,
Okay.
how to create music electronically through keyboards and stuff like that. And I was the only one in that class. And like my final, I had to make a beat on his MIDI sound station, and I had to go help him set up for in the theater for like the spring performances. But like I ended up remixing the fucking Michael Myers beat into a rap instrumental that me and my friend Aaron used in the talent show.
Hmm.
But like Mr. Fernandez, ended up like playing that beat a lot for like kids who took the class after. Showed them like, hey, this is what you can do with this shit. But yeah, I feel like when I think about it, there was a lot of like art artsy things at Central that they didn't have at the other high schools. Because I also took like radio. I took video production.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. Would you have done theater if it was available at?
Oh, definitely. I mean,
You say that now,
yeah, I say that now,
but you got
but
to think about your mind state in high school. Because I was in my senior year. I was in Fiddler on the Roof.
mm-hmm.
And the only reason I was there is because a bunch of the cheerleaders that were on the cheerleading squad with me when I was a junior were in the Fiddler on the Roof, and they were like, "Hey, we need someone to carry a girl around the stage because we did be Fruma Sarah, which is like a 10-foot tall ghost. So
Mm-hmm.
he grabs Sarat, he can do it and stuff like that. So I went and did it, and I remember after all the performances were done, I remember just sitting outside of the high school one day. I'm like, "Yo, why the fuck didn't I do this when I was a freshman?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was so much fun." But I had this preconceived notion of what theater kids were like.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't want to be like that because I'm thinking about my class rank socially. I want to do
Mm.
sports.
Okay.
And then I just realized that was one of those moments where I realized, like, hey, man, like that shit don't fucking matter. Go do the things you love or you want to try because.
And with that being said, back to the movie, the documentary, kids aren't pushed to do what they love. They're pushed to do what their parents want them to be.
Well, okay, so they're pushed to do what their parents think are gonna their parents think are gonna be successful,
Mm-hmm.
or two, pushed to do the things that their parents wish they did.
Indeed.
Because you know how many like cheerleader mothers I came in contact with who were just straight bitches because their daughter wasn't the captain or whatever. Like they were living vicariously through their daughters,
Mm.
you know. And I mean I would hate to spend my high school years trying to relive my mom's fucking high school life for her. Fuck
Man,
that shit.
really? And I mean, parents understand. I say it all the time. Just because you gave birth to that kid or that
Yeah.
child,
Yeah.
that they are their own individual. You
Mm-hmm.
might see some of you in them, but just know some of you got mixed with some of their daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he was a bitch ass daddy or not, or you are bitch ass mama. It's mixed in there together. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's just it is what it is. But they're gonna take all that and infuse it, become fucking vegetal, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And be great if you let them.
Yeah.
If you don't let them, they'll never be great.
Yeah.
They're gonna constantly go back and forth with the two people that made them.
But do you think parents have to rein their kids in a little bit? I
Oh
think
yeah,
so. I
oh
think
yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah. You definitely have to
You
as a
gotta
parent,
Yeah, you gotta
like
teach your kid lessons about
yeah.
like there's consequences to your actions that kids don't know about.
Look,
You can't just
I
go
saw
ahead.
this dad told his son, "Jump, I'm gonna catch you." And look, and he jumped, and the kid jumped, and the dad moved and said, "Don't you trust no fucking body," and walked away. Now, is that a hard fucking lesson? You're fucking right. But is it a lesson that needs to happen? I think so.
Yeah, but you ain't need to do it like that. That's how motherfuckers become Jeffrey Dahmer, bro.
I agree. The way it was done was like, whoa, that was bad, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You know what, bro? I understand your message, but not really your method. Your method might use a little work.
He put his hands out and said, "Jump, son, I got you," and then moved and said, "Don't you trust no fucking body." I was like, "Shit."
Bro, that's fucking hilarious, man. I feel your parents. Sometimes parents they want to teach their kids the cool way instead of
Yeah,
the right way.
man.
Oh, you ever had a lesson taught to you like that?
The
I remember
cool
my
way.
dad tried to teach me a lesson once. We was cleaning the basement. My parents used to own like a couple duplexes, and we were
Mhm.
cleaning out the basement in one of them before our new tenants came in.
Excuse
And
me.
I was filling the bucket up so I could like take the water out because it flooded. Basement flooded.
No,
I was
okay, I got you.
filling the bucket up so I could take it out and throw it away. And I filled that shit to the brim, and I was walking around like all steady. My dad
Yeah.
was like, "What's wrong with you? You don't do that. You put it like 3/4 of the way." He's swinging it around like this and almost knocked me off the stairs.
Shit.
That's how you do it. It's that way you can move around, and if it sways, it still doesn't splash. Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
You wanna know when I knew not to fuck with my dad?
When is that?
So when we were younger, I was living in East Springfield, and a bunch of us were playing hide and seek in my backyard.
V8 time. Let's go.
And man, I need to go grab a V8 myself. We was playing hide and seek,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad was in the army in Cambodia.
Okay.
So we're all in the backyard, whatever. It's enclosed. There's about 20 of us playing hide and seek. Tell me why we didn't find my dad for 3 hours.
Shit. How do you hide that damn long?
Bro, we was all searching around like, where the fuck is he? Looking around. Finally, we found him 3 hours later. This man was 40 feet up in a tree hugging a branch. I was like, okay, he different.
Yeah, definitely. Holy shit.
Yeah. But no, I mean, high school, I don't know. Yeah, like, do you feel like you would have been a theater kid had it been available to you? In your high school mindset, not your adult mindset.
In my high school mindset, no, because I was focused on one thing.
Pussy.
Survival. Pussy was second. Look, for the record, I graduated a virgin, and I take pride in that. All you kids, it's okay. I lost my virginity at 19 years old, and I know the girl.
Too.
Really?
I lost my virginity when I was 19.
So do the math.
Apologize after.
Look, oh shit. Look, I ain't gonna look. I graduated at 17. To all the viewers and listeners, I graduated at 17, lost my virginity at 19. I know the girl, I know the date, I know when it happened, and much respect to her, because it was a beautiful moment. It was raw.
I don't know the date, but I know the girl, I know the atmosphere, and just know that I will always have a love for Romeo Must Die. Yeah. Yeah, and just know that I apologize after, so you know how that went. But
as a matter of fact, I'm lying. It was 18 years old on the 19th of November. There you go. That's why I had 19. There you go. But either way, I graduated a virgin, and I'm proud of that. For the record.
Yeah, I graduated. I lost my virginity at 19. So what? It's not when you get older, you realize that shit don't fucking matter. There's a lot of shit that people take seriously in high school that just don't fucking matter as soon as you graduate. Maybe a couple of years after, you realize none of that. I had the fucking giant sneaker collection back then. Now, I mean, granted, I went through years where I wasn't buying barely any sneakers. Now my collection might have got back up there, but it's not that important.
Yeah. Excuse me. Just saying, if any of you young kids are watching this, man, if you're in high school and you're watching this, it does not fucking matter. I'm gonna give you one of the most simplest phrases that I hope you take with you for the rest of your life. Do what helps you sleep better at night. That's one of the most simplest things that I hold dear to my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck everything. You do what makes you go to bed and sleep peacefully, because you don't want to lose sleep.
Yeah.
When you're laying down and you know you're dead tired and you can't sleep because your mind's going crazy on the dumb shit you fucking did, remember that.
All right. So final thoughts on this movie. Do you recommend it to the kids these
days? I can't say I would recommend it to the kids these days. There is one. There's only one significant part I felt in the movie,
which is
when they were auditioning for Broadway, and there was the girl with the green shirt. She had the curly hair, and she said, "Everybody bleeds. Today it's me, but tomorrow it's going to be you."
Yeah.
That to me was like, nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
You're going to feel your hurt someday. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that. And as far as recommended to kids, I don't know if kids these days would understand how deep it can go.
I feel like,
and I say deep on the fact of what you think you're supposed to be.
Yeah. I feel like I would love, like, again, I don't really care for the documentary that much.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the message, but I don't care for the documentary itself because I just don't. I think it could have been done way better. Um, I just don't know if high school kids at that age really understand those lessons yet. But maybe because they're not supposed to.
They shouldn't have. They shouldn't be supposed to.
Yeah.
High school should be all about just getting good grades, having fun with your friends, and then getting ready to graduate because
Okay,
that
but
is, huh?
as a kid who didn't get that many good grades after 10th grade, I don't know if good grades are all that important.
Let me ask you this: how many people do you keep up with now that you graduated with?
Do I actually keep up with, or do I
Mm.
just
No, like
see
actually,
the
like
like?
no, I'm not talking about no Facebook. Hey, there, let me check and see what so and so's doing. No, I'm talking like, hey, homie, you still good? Hey, nah, I'm good. Whatever. When you get back to Springfield, come holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Maybe one.
Zero.
Hmm.
But those years are getting you ready for the rest of your life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you what's a lesson you hope kids take out of the high school years?
Enjoy the freedom to be free because you still have a covering, whether it's your teachers, your peers, your parents. You still have the freedom to be free. When you graduate,
I like
you
that.
have the
I
you
just
have
caught that. Yeah. I like
yeah.
that.
When you graduate, you still have the freedom to be free, but it comes with a price
Yeah.
because somebody is giving you that freedom unless you're doing it yourself.
Yeah. I think for me, if I had to give high school kids any advice or a lesson, it's take a chance.
Okay,
You're at that age.
take all the chances. Shit.
Yeah. You're at that age where you should be taking chances. Because this is that perfect age when you realize where you can figure out like where your heart what your heart desires,
Mm.
you know? And chances are you already know what your heart desires, but you
Hmm.
got a lot of people telling you that you're wrong.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if I can recommend this documentary, but and it's just purely not necessarily the message, but it's purely based off of. I just don't think it's all that great put together.
Yeah.
Like
Because.
like, like I said, I think the documentary is more about the fucking making the play than it
Mhm.
is about the students. And I wish it was more about the students. But there was that one girl. I don't know if she's Dominican.
For the
That-
Bronx.
Yeah, she had the curly hair,
Hmm.
and she did the audition, and she was trying to do it, and it was like, oh, it was okay, it was okay. And the guy was like, hey, say it in Spanish.
Mm.
And she did it in Spanish, and it almost made him cry because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, be you, go out there, like let you and let how you let your heart emote into whatever you're doing.
But see, let's touch on that for a minute. How fucked up is that? And
Well,
the
okay.
reason why I say how fucked up is it is because she's Dominican. Her
Yep.
mom, my her mom migrated here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it took somebody that understood where she came from.
Yep.
What if she never had the opportunity? What if she never ran into a Spanish speaking person
Yeah.
that could see past her that? She's fucked for life.
No, but here's the thing. I don't think she's fucked for life. I think in that moment you have it's a matter of people going, this is what they want from me, instead of being like, this is what I can give them. You know,
Mm.
you spend your
Mm.
life,
Mm. Mm.
yeah, yeah.
This. Mm. Okay.
So you spend your life trying to do what you think people want from you,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just doing you and giving the world what you can give them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens a lot in acting. And just from the stuff, the little bit of acting I did, when you were trying to be a character,
Mm-hmm.
that's usually when it failed, because you can see that fraudulent energy coming from you. But when you
Mm.
can become the character, or you can make yourself the character, that it just feels more authentic. It might not be what whoever is asking for it wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but the authenticity of it might just be what they feel like they needed.
Mm.
And that's what happens. Like you get a lot of people who are trying to do what they think everyone wants versus doing what they need from them.
Mm. I like that. That's an everyday saying. How
Yeah.
many people live life giving people what they think they want from them versus giving them what they have to give?
Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. God
That's
damn.
a strong ass statement, dude.
Yeah.
That's very strong.
Yeah. Oh
Like I
shit.
I might want combination fried rice from you, but all you can give me some soy sauce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like you might go to a restaurant wanting what they're known for. Hey, this place is known for this pasta.
Mm-hmm.
So you might go there wanting that pasta. But the chef might be like, hey, I ain't got those ingredients.
Mm.
What I can give you is this bomb ass thing that I do have the ingredients for.
Mm.
Take that. Have a meal
That
of your life.
that reminds me of the movie Chef
Mm-hmm.
when he was talking to his son. I ain't good at a lot of things, but I'm good at this. Don't take it from me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
God, that's so strong. I'm not giving you what you want. I'm gonna give you what I can give you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it ain't good enough, then get the fuck on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little aggressive right now. I don't give a shit. Fuck it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what my so-called high school rank.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. It was good to do another documentary because I'll be
That was an
honest.
accident though, because I really thought it was a movie.
Well, I'll be honest. I was talking to a friend of mine who recently watched our episode of The Social Dilemma,
Mm-hmm.
and he really liked that episode because it was just it was a lot of just true thoughts. It was
Mm.
less about the storyline of the film and more about like how the lessons in the film impacted us and how we felt about it.
Mm.
But it's just this because I know, like, for a lot of people, just that those high school years are so informative of who they become.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, I don't mean the lessons you learn in high school are who you become. I mean the lessons you learn in high school when you later on become who you are, you realize, hey, like that realizing that the things you cared about in high school weren't shit frees
Mm.
you up so much later on in life. When you realize that,
Because like I said, high school is you're learning how to grow up.
how
You're
did you
learning how
pick going to Putnam? Again, there was 4 high schools in Springfield. How'd you pick going to
Mhm.
Putnam? Actually, okay, yeah, it was 4.
Um why was Putnam my number one choice? Because it really was my number one choice. And I think it was this is gonna sound so fucked up.
If it was for women, it's not gonna sound fucked up. It's gonna sound exactly like I think.
No, it was because they did academics half the school year.
Oh, then you can go work in the shop the rest of the year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know how many times I changed shops just to get out of class and go back to working?
Yeah. You know what I realized, and this wasn't until later, after I was wrestling, because I met some kids from Agawam that started wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went to Central because my brothers went there,
Mm-hmm.
and being there, I really liked the artsy stuff that they had there, the fucking theater, the video production, art, all that shit. But when I started wrestling, I met these 2 kids who were from Agawam. They went to Agawam High, but then they had transferred to a performance arts high school that I think
Mm.
was in Holyoke or Northampton. And like talking to them and getting to know them, they both looked at me like, yo, Sarat, like you would have fucking did really good at that school.
Mm.
Just from getting to know me and getting to know like my likes and dislikes and stuff like that. They're like, that school was like tailor made for you. But
Mm.
I had no idea about it. So, when you're at that point in your life, like search around. There might be some hidden things that you just what's the word? Unconventional things that might, benefit you way more than what's put in front of you.
Here's the problem. I gotta use the bathroom. Go fucking figure. It's usually you.
Yeah, I know, because you've been doing all a bunch of different things.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but I gotta go. Give me a second.
Well, yeah, like I said, I graduated 308 out of 334 or 334, one of those 2. And I remember distinctly my fucking PSAT teacher getting my practice lesson, just taking it, putting it face down and shaking her head at me. And growing up, when I was like in my early 20s, mid 20s, I always found it like, or I always thought about like my high school years and just feeling like I didn't use them to my full potential, you know. And later on in life, I realized I didn't use it to my full potential because I realized where I wanted to go in life, what I wanted to do. And sorry to say, high school life wasn't feeding that. I should have still graduated high and, you know, tried my best, because obviously plan A isn't always, you know, the it isn't always going to work out. So you got to have a backup plan sometimes. But yeah, I should have. I Even though I realized what I wanted to do in my life, I still should have put the effort into to do good in high school, because you know you never know where life is going to take you, and you still want the smarts and whatever to fall back on just in case. Yeah, I was just talking
Yeah,
about how you know, I wasn't shit in
no,
high school, but
nah,
I I should have tried harder than I did.
I mean, shit. But as a teenager, who knows what trying harder is? Everybody's driven by something.
Yeah.
And like I said, when you asked me that question, and I told you no, my mindset in high school was survival.
Hmm.
You know,
What was
that's what it
why?
was.
Why was it survival? Why was your mindset in high school survival?
Shit, we grew up poor. We had lost the house we had, moved into a shelter. Imagine a single mom with 7 kids
Hmm.
in a 2 bedroom apartment, pretty much. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And
you're like the hood Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I guess so. And she was in one room with the 3 girls, and I was in the other room with the 3 boys. And
Hmm.
I'm the oldest boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then when everything got worked out and we got back, we were able to get our house back. It's like it's a lesson that's preached about in life that people don't understand till they go through it. You never know what you got till you ain't got it no more. You know what I'm saying?
And like,
And I
how
learned
do you?
that. I learned that in 11th, and no, I learned that in 7th grade. Go fucking
Yeah, but
figure.
okay, okay, but as a 37-year-old, how does that
Hmm.
carry forward?
How's it keep me moving forward?
You know, how's it carry forward? Like, how do you use those lessons now?
Cherish everything you got, even if it's a morsel of rice. Somebody put in work to make that morsel happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shit. Even if it's waking up and being able to breathe. Like you ever suffocated? Being able to like if you can't breathe, that's some sucky ass shit to happen.
bro.
You
I
know
know when I had the Rona, I spent
the
2 weeks.
Rona. Oh,
Corona.
okay. I was like, what the fuck's the Rona? The
Yeah.
Rona. Okay, gotcha.
When I had Corona, I had 2 weeks where I could barely breathe.
Hmm.
I'm telling you right now, the fact that I run miles on miles now and I can breathe like good, like I don't take that shit for granted, because there was those 2 weeks, my ass was fucking like just struggling like hard.
Hmm.
So yeah, you know,
Look,
just
look at your parents. You told me a story about somebody that had came to your house. It was like your parents should, they should have this type of shampoo and this one. And you're like, look, they came from taking baths in the same water they fished out of. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's like,
It's like, you know, the the village they came. It's growing up. I used to take that shit for granted.
hmm
Okay, this is real simple. When we went to move to East Springfield, when my parents bought those duplexes, they bought 4 duplexes. We lived in one, rented out the other 3. And when we did that, we were over there, you know, renovating the duplexes, making them nice, whatever. And I was helping my parents out. And I remember pouring a cup almost exactly like this
hmm
with Pepsi, poured it all the way up,
mm,
took a sip, probably about down here, then poured that shit out.
mm.
My mom whooped my ass so badly.
I bet.
And in my head, I'm like, it's just fucking soda. But like, I'm taking for granted this little thing, this bottle that cost 99 cents. Like, they came from a village where, you know, if you caught one fish, that had to feed a family of 13.
Mm,
Like, you know, they eat with their hands because fucking utensils just don't exist.
hmm
Like, the things you take for granted, you got to realize other people don't have access to. So, you got to, I don't know, just think about the opportunities you have in life, whether you hate them or not.
Mm.
You got to look at the opportunities you have and say, hey, how am I going to use this in my life?
And
How am I
look,
going to use this experience?
it's like always try to find the good in something,
Yeah. And,
even if it.
and the thing is, if you're as a kid, you're probably not going to understand that. And
Mm.
that's okay. Because you're not supposed to at that age. I didn't
Mm.
understand it until I was in my early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
But that it vastly changed my perception of life, my outlook. I'm telling you right now, like I'm almost 40, nothing bothers me now because I know how lucky I am.
Yes.
That's it.
No, that's how people talking about what just happening. Like lights going on and everything else. Shit. You know how many times the lights went out in my house growing up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look, I know exactly where everything is in my own house. I know my steps, I know my turns, everything. But that's what's so funny. I had to learn that growing up because
Bro,
when the lights went out, I had to learn how to move around the house when the lights were out.
bro.
So it's subliminal to move around the house when the lights are out.
Dude, but the simple story you just told. You grew up 2-bedroom apartment, a mom and 7 kids.
Hmm. Oh, I
Now,
didn't grow up that
now
way. We ended up in a shelter
no,
that
no,
way.
no, I'm saying, but now you're at a moment where like, okay, my lights went out in my own house.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna fucking okay. Shit happens.
Hmm.
I have my own house.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, it's annoying, but fuck, it's,
The
it's fine.
world the world ain't ended, and if it is,
Yeah.
I got a good bottle of Jack waiting for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
I swear to God, I thought the rapture was happening. They're like, they coming for Chris. They're coming for Chris. They're
Look,
like, he got too many viruses in his body that they don't want unleashed upon the population, so they're gonna take
look,
them now.
honestly, I think I do.
I know
I
you do,
I don't live through a bunch of shit.
bruh. You're a giant black petri dish. You're
Told
just this,
you.
you're just this big ass fucking rotten plum that just needs to be put out of his misery. That's what you
Oh
are.
shit! Nah, I'm Venom, man. I'm like,
Yeah, you are black. So yeah.
nah. Honestly, I can't say Venom because Venom had to have a host. I'm my own host.
Bruh.
Like
One day
shit
you
just
gonna have,
shit just enters my body, and I learn how to fight it off.
bruh.
And
One
my
day for
number one
Halloween, you about
weapon.
to just take your shirt off and paint a white spider on your chest. That's Venom.
Oh,
Because
oh,
you
oh
already
yeah.
black.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like White Spider.
You're gonna look like one of them orcs from the Lord of the Rings and shit.
Shit. Nah, they died too.
Yeah.
It's
But
it's
anyway, no,
it's
no, no.
weird.
It's yeah, it's I don't know. There's a
All right.
lot of lessons in life that if you especially there's a lot of lessons in life that like if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss them. But
Hmm.
guaranteed they're gonna come back around in life.
Hmm.
Just know that like the high school years is when a lot of it really starts to sink in.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that it sinks in like, oh, I just learned something new, but you'll probably look back and be like, oh, I experienced that in high school. Oh, something like that in high school, which probably prepared me for that shit.
Mm.
I don't know. What's your okay? Before we go, because
Hmm.
obviously it's getting close to time. What's your best high school memory?
My best high school memory.
Yeah.
Mm. Do I even want to share that on the camera?
What's your best? Not the best, but what's a favorite? Not necessarily the favorite, but what's a good high school
Mm.
memory that you can share, where you can just show kids that like there's more to life.
I don't like this Crown Royal black shit. Makes you emotional.
Yeah.
Nah, because oh gosh, I can't. There was this
I'm
girl.
taking a shot because I feel like this whatever you're about to say needs a shot.
This is it for me. I just finished it off. There was this girl, and I knew her since kindergarten. Honestly, um, and I didn't know how important I was to her until like 2000, like maybe 15, 16. So that's like 7 years ago, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she grew up in a house of abuse rather. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
from her mom and her dad, and then mom's boyfriends and everything else. From when she was little, when I knew her in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? And I remember seeing her. She was in horticulture.
Fucking hold on, you took gardening in high school?
No, I didn't. She did.
Okay.
That was her trait. And I'm gonna say her name. Fuck it. Tanya Cruz. Um, every time I seen her, I always gave her a hug. I
Yeah.
always gave her a hug, just off of GP. And when we finally crossed paths again, she told me that my hugs kept her alive because of all the trauma she was going through. So, my best high school memory is knowing that I helped somebody keep living. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. My I'll give you my best high school memory.
Mm-hmm.
And which is crazy because it involves a girl too.
Hey, women are the
No,
prize, man.
it's
Hey,
not.
this is all,
It's
that's
not
all I
that
got
women
left.
are. Yeah. Yes. I only got a little bit here. It's not that women are the prize. It's when you get older, you realize love sways a lot in your life.
Mm,
Like, there's a lot in your life where the idea of love fucking pushes you to either do things you never thought you could do,
mm-hmm,
or pushes you to experience things you never thought you would experience.
mm,
So with that being said, cheers. So when I was in high school, and I've told you this story before, but I'm gonna share it online. When I was in high school, I used to work at the sneaker store.
mm-hmm,
And one day when I was at the sneaker store, I would always go over to Subway and just get a sandwich. And one day I walked over there, and there's this girl working there. Her name is Jen. Jen, if you're listening to this, talking about you. Me and
mm.
her still friends.
Cool.
But she was working there, and in my head, I was like, "Holy shit, that is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life." I don't know what it was. That's what happened. I ordered deli style sandwich, left. The next day, I went back, went there. She was working there again. I went to go order my sandwich. As soon as I started, she had my order memorized like that. So I
Mm-hmm,
was like, okay, okay. So then one day I got it in my head, yo, I'm about to ask this girl out. So I walked over to Subway, and my friend Jimmy was working. I was like, yo, Jimmy, is Jen working today? He's like, oh, no, no, no. Jen quit. And I was like, so in my head, I was like, yo, you made this choice, and the universe just X that out.
mm-hmm,
So I just went about it like, okay, I'm never gonna see this girl again. It is what it is. It was just some beautiful girl that I ran across one day. So then one day I went across the hall. There was a KB Toys, and a bunch of my friends that I was on the football team with worked there. And they were like, yo, Strat, you know that girl Jen that from Subway that you really liked? I was like, yeah. They're like, yo, she works here now. Like, yeah, man, bullshit. What the fuck y'all talking about?
mm-hmm,
And literally, as soon as I said that, she came walking out the back, and I was like, my eyes wide open.
mm-hmm,
So, we talked, whatever. We just had conversations. Her dad really liked wrestling and stuff like that. I like wrestling too. So we just had a lot in common. And we would talk. And then one day I got it in my head. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finally ask this girl out. I know I tried once and it didn't work out. So one day I used to live like 10 minutes away from the mall. I walked down there and I walked over to the KB Toys. I was like, yo, is Jen working today? Like, oh no, she's on break right now. Oh no, I'm sorry. I walked over there, and when she was over there, she was standing there, and there was a guy standing on the other side of the thing, like a customer talking to her. Like, you
mm-hmm,
know what? It's cool. I'm just gonna go over to the computer store and make a purchase or whatever. I go there, come back 15 minutes later. But yeah, is Jen here? Like, oh, she's on break right now. It's like, all right, cool. I'll just come back in a little bit. I come back in a little bit. Yo, is Jen back? She goes, oh, she left already for the day. I was like, fuck. So I was like, cool, whatever. It is what it is.
mm-hmm.
And then a week later, I was working on a Saturday, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sitting there standing at the front of the sneaker store, and I see her walking down the hallway, hand in hand with the dude she was talking to in front of at the KB Toys. So they could have been going out for months. I have no idea. But in my mind, this motherfucker got there 10 minutes before I did and asked her out. And I was sitting there, I was just so down. But then I was like, that's what you get, motherfucker. That's what you get, because you like this girl from way back then and you never really pulled the trigger or whatever. And now you finally did. And that's what the fuck happens. That's what you get for fucking waiting. So ever since then, anytime an opportunity comes up, I'm like, fuck it. Let's fucking go. Because what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
You know? And to this day, me and my friend Jen, we're good friends. She's married. You know, it is what it is. I've told her this story before, so it's all good. But it's just one of those things where, like, these lessons that you learn at that age, the mid to late teens, they seem to be the ones that always stick in your brain, and they shape who you become. And that's the lesson I took from that is, what's the fucking worst that could happen? Just fucking do it. Just fucking go. And yeah, I've held on to that for the rest of my life. It's literally the reason why I became a professional wrestler, because I had the business card for the wrestling school in my wallet for like months. After that happened, I was going through my wallet one day. I saw the business card. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to call this school and see what the fuck happens. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. So that's my so-called high school rank. Interesting movie. I don't know if I can recommend it, but no.
I can't recommend it because I don't think I don't think people are gonna take into consideration the consideration we took into it.
Yeah.
Because you didn't like it, I liked it.
Yeah.
But we both found reasons of why it was what it was.
Yeah. I think it's a deeper movie than it. I think if you really delve into it, it's a deeper movie than it is. But I think you really got to work hard to pull those stories.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, all right. That's my so-called high school rank that you can find on HBO Max. As always, this is Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi,
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. Y'all be good.
Wow. Yeah. It was a good movie.
Bitches.
Yeah. Don't let the fucking Lord take you in the rapture again.
No,
You're gonna go up there. He's gonna count to you. All right, how many times did you have the Holy Ghost? 5.
Look, he's gonna count like, hey man, how many times do I gotta check you? You know what I'm saying? When you got shot, I checked you. When you got blown up, I checked you. When you bit a steak, I checked you. Now you talking about shrimp fries, I had to check you. Like, get your shit together. I'm like, Lord, I'm trying. There ain't no grape soda down here.
like, Lord, you made me in your image. You shouldn't be so wild.
Oh shit. Oh God. On that note, I got nothing to say.
We out.